What is it like as an Indian living in Sweden? We feel we grew up in India but learned to be a real adult here in Sweden. It is remarkable what and how much a new country can teach you. People complain about what not about life in Sweden, weather, lack of jobs, hurdles with the language and the European way of life, but that's what makes the ride so worthwhile. Here are fewer life lessons that life in Sweden has taught until now, hoping many more lessons to follow. 1. Patience. We used to get angry, impatient and irritated at the drop of a hat back home. Traffic, standing in a queue, people staring, made us lose our cool were some of the things, to begin with. Maybe it has to do something with the lifestyle, but since everybody here maintains patience while standing in a queue, crossing the road, at the tax office almost everywhere that one goes, much more tolerant. Seeing all these teach us also a lesson or two and made much calmer. 2. Compassion. Opening the doors for strangers, throwing the litter in the dustbin, understanding the plight of others, etc. has been incubated. Again, a trend that is already there in the Swedish way of living. Compassion is built within the society. 3. Solitude. The more hated solitude back in India, the more getting to love it right now. Alone time has now made invest more time in reading books, writing articles, doing yoga and spending time in nature. The scarcity of time back home is now found in abundance here, and the solitude has made to find time for ourselves and doing new things. 4. Traveling. Nothing opens your eyes to the world other than traveling. Seeing a different landscape, hearing a different language may seem alien, but the curiosity gets better off you and you get more adamant to decipher the culture. Living in Sweden and visiting different countries has given ample opportunities to learn so much about different cultural norms. 5. Good weather doesn't last long. Sweden is famous for its unpredictable dark, rainy and gloomy weather. Good weather days are few and far between, and so is the sun. Weekend or not, if the weather is good, you could spy more smiles than ever. Since good weather is a blessing, have to learn to value its importance more than ever and relish it while it is around. When it is not, stay indoors and keep us engaged. 6. Jumping out of the well. Till the time we are in our respective countries, we never see the life beyond it. Coming to Sweden made me see the vastness of the globe and the difference in the way of living. There thrive people like us out there who see the world from a different perspective. The culture, thought process and lifestyle is varied, and one doesn't realize it until and unless they pack their bags and experience it themselves. 7. Value of working. A vital one. So Minnie was a happy career-oriented girl back in India and didn't realize the necessity of a career so badly until moved to Sweden sans the job. Bagging a job grew more difficult owing to the necessity of knowing the local language in the profession. 8. Housework. Like anyone else back home, we had the luxuries of a cleaning lady, iron and dry clean. There was a pick-up and drop facility for anything and everything. Amidst all the grumbling, tearing hair out and wailing for the comforts back home, learned the housework the hard way after living in Sweden. Ranging from fixing a bulb, picking the groceries, driving, everything in a nutshell. In fact, even when going back to India for holidays, insist on doing own laundry, dishes, and other necessities that for once yearned for. Strange, but the need to have a helper makes now feel handicapped. 9. Fewer friends, the better. We were used to being surrounded by a bevy of friends in India. Going to the pubs, discos, movies with an acquaintance just for the company was very common. Moving to Sweden and good friends being sparse, one learns to pick the ones that you gel along well and not just to hang out. Spending quality time is more important than just being with random people whom you can't connect with. 10. A new language, fresh waving life. Learning Swedish, in the beginning, felt like something imposed on us, a means to fetch a job. It was tough. Slowly, we confidence saw a new high as I grasped it more and more. So much so that I actually started enjoying it and didn't care whether or not we will get a job or not. 11. Walk or cycle your way to good health. People in Sweden prefer to walk or bike their way to work. You definitely can't make out a person's age as they exercise regularly, mostly by cycling or walking. Unlike India, where we are not used to walking for long distances, people here walk brisk and for longer distances. Of course, India has the perils of not so developed roads. We easily walk 2 to 3 kilometers per day, and that is the best form of exercise to start with. 12. Plan everything in advance. Summer trip? Book it in the winter. Organizing an event or party? Send the invites a week or two before. Doctor's appointment? Not so urgent? Book a month before. Last-minute schedules don't work in Sweden. People value your time and expect you to value theirs. Ian Ness. India and its news and festivals were never so important than it is now. The connect to the motherland has become stronger with us writing and talking more about India, its food, festivals and problems. How much do we bicker about India and its problems ourselves? We become defensive when a foreigner does the same. There are instances in which we learn more about my own country and its culture through the experiences of the Swedes living here. As a parting note, life has its lessons to teach anywhere you go. Living in Sweden has made us realize the tiny gems that we underestimated back home. It is vital to spread the gems wherever we go so that we in our turn make the world gleaming and worth living. Did we miss some, or do you have some suggestions of your own? Let us know in the comments.